Okay, hi everybody, my name's Ken, and today I have just received a special edition box set which I shall open for you. Question is, what will it be? Let's try and get this thing open. It's packaged well. Oh. Okay, it seems to be boxed up quite well. Definitely packaged well. Try and see if we can undo this without causing any damage. Okay, one bit of packaging gone, a little bit of packaging left, and just make out what looks like a red box inside there. Let's take the bubble wrap off. So, I ordered this off of eBay recently. It arrived today at my local Argos. I know what it is. But the idea of the bubble wrap is to make a surprise for you guys. Okay. There you go, you can just see, make out there, there's an old red box inside, so let's get rid of the last bit of bubble wrap. That's that. And look at that, we've got a little message on here. It says, thank you for buying from me, and I hope you will be pleased with your purchase. Your feedback is always appreciated. But if for any reason you have a problem or question about your purchase, please contact me as I can put the matter right. I will always resolve any problem you may have. Thank you once again for your purchase. Kind regards, Laura. That's kind of nice. Nice little message added on there. Right, here we go. Oh, wow, okay. Well, there's something loose. What is this? And this is, okay, so this is looks like a little booklet. There you go. Look at that. Actually, I think it's possibly a little card, a little poster card, or perhaps maybe a group of postcards. Yeah, it does. It looks like it's like a group of flyers. Good Times Enterprises, presented by Slade in Flame. Look at that. Starring Dave Hill, Noddy Holder, Jim Lee, Don Powell. And I think, just by the looks of that, I don't know if you can see that, I think that is a group of cards, of flyers. So that's kind of cool. Alright. See if there's anything else loose in there. No, here we go. Here it comes. And there you have it. Slade in Flame. Nothing else in the box. Slade and Flame box set. There you go, there's the back side of it. Unfortunately, you might get a reflection from the camera there. Slade and Flame, when Slade rocked the world. 1971 to 1975. On the back we have a book, a magazine, some singles, 4 albums, some more singles, looks like possibly 2 CDs, and the booklet. So the box contents, let's try and get a bit more comfortable. Here we go. So the box set includes 4x vinyl LPs, reproduced in their original sleeves, restored and pressed on 180 gram coloured vinyl. That's kind of cool. And you get Slade, Slade Alive, Old, New, Borrowed and Blue, Slade in Flame. So that looks like actually 4 albums. You get 2 CD anthologies of all the audio on the vinyl LPs. CD1 is Slade and Slade Alive, CD2 is Old and New, Borrowed and Blue, and Slade in Flame. You can just about make out there in the middle. There's your 4 albums there. You can see they're coloured, which is kind of cool. And then you get 4 double-sided picture sleeve singles covering the key hits released outside of those albums. Okay, 'Cause I Love You, Look What You're Doing, Take Me Back Home, Come On Feel the Noise, that's a classic, Squeeze Me Please Me, Merry Christmas Everybody, who hasn't heard that song, The Bangin' Men, and Thanks for the Memory. You get a 10-inch annual style hard book featuring reviews, features and memorabilia from each of the key years, along with an introduction by Mark Ellen. You get a reproduction of an original vinyl flexi disc. Slade talked to 19 readers, which I think is that little thing there, just there. Okay, and you get a reproduction of George Tramlett's excellent 1975 book, The Slade Story, including period interviews with all 4 band members and a chronology of tour and release dates up to the time of its publication. So, okay, let's open this bad boy up, shall we? Let's have a look at the contents inside. I don't really want to open those cards, to be honest. I'd rather keep them sealed. Right. Obviously I want to open this because inevitably I will play the vinyl. Okay, so the contents thing on the back, looks like that could come off quite easily. We don't really want to remove that. So let's see if we can get this open. Loosen it up a bit. Okay, here we go. Alright. Straight off. Anyone would think I'd have planned it. So there you go. Slade Alive. Looks like that's the first Alive, which is the first album. Let's just see if we can take that one out. We'll have a look at this. Okay, so there is Slade Alive. That's the front and the back. We'll have a look at the inside, and that's kind of funky. We like that. Real retro. That's a copy of all the songs and all the lyrics. That's really cool. Okay, we do like that. Let's have a look at the record itself. Oh, okay, well, yeah, that's not great. They're just basic cardboard or paper inner sleeves, I would have thought, for a box set. You know, which retails for quite a bit of money as well, I might add. They would have some decent poly-lined sleeves, so I'll have to replace them with some proper ones. So inside we have, wow, look at that, a very red vinyl. Excellent, we like that. We do like the coloured stuff. Yeah, that's great. We like that a lot. Okay, let's pop that one back in. So yeah, not really impressed with the paper liners. Would have been nice to have had some proper liners. They're also not particularly easy. So not particularly easy to get in and out. Yeah, so it just doesn't want to go. That's not very well thought out at all, unfortunately. I'll have to do something about that. I mean, they don't even fit in there properly. I mean, I like it when it's flush. I don't know about anyone else, but you know, I mean, this is how these things get damaged. That's not even. It doesn't even fit. That's all the way in. That's not going any further. Yeah, that overlaps. Yeah, okay. So it's kind of, you've got something to pinch to get out, but I would prefer that to fit flush and fit proper. Perhaps it's just me being picky, but that is what I would prefer. Okay, we will pop that into the lid. Okay, next on the list is Slade. Ironic. And there you go, classic Slade album with all the band members on. Excellent. The back side there, showing you the tracks. Now I remember this. My dad used to own this this album, so I remember this. Okay, it's another paper liner, at least this one fits snugly. And this is looking, anyone who remembers the 70s like I do, will remember the wonderful 70s brown. Look at that, lovely. Looks kind of like a, well, it's very brown. Well, that way, that is, yeah, that's brown. I could have thought of many other colours to picked, but that's definitely brown. Again, you know, I mean, it's probably nothing. Most people probably don't bother, but me being picky, you know, I mean, that's the label, right way up. I turn it round. I'm not turning the disc, you know, in any way, shape or form. The label's kind of to the side. You know, I like it when they're both flush. There's not much to it. You put the label on both sides, you put them all flush, so that when I turn it round, I don't have to then tilt the disc. You know, I might be picky. Some people might think that's picky, but I just, you know, I like a bit of uniform. You know, I like things to be in their place and proper. Okay, so that is Slade in a lovely brown colour. Very nice. Let's see if this slots in here a bit easier. It may well be the other one was a little bit more difficult because it was a gatefold, and obviously this being a single, they tend to be a little bit easier to put the disc in and out. Okay, next we have Old, New, Borrowed and Blue. Bargain. There you go, Slade again. Obviously it's Slade because it's a Slade box set. So that's that. There's the back again with the track colours on. There's a proper mullet going on there. And we have a centre, not quite as funky as Slade Alive. A bit more upbeat, a bit more adult, maybe, I suppose, you know. Almost looks a bit serious. In fact, they all look a bit miserable. It's almost as if they didn't really want to do it. Okay, let's have a look at the disc. See, again, this one's going to be a pain. This one, ooh, it's kind of funky. Oh wow, that's bright. Look at that. Holy moly, there you go. That, without a shadow of a doubt, is very blue. I could imagine that would be difficult to see the track lines if you want to pick a specific song. I mean, I don't know if that's the colouring, but you've almost got like I don't know if that'll pick up well on there, but there's almost like a weird, like a smudge effect on the vinyl, which I think is just from the colour. It's probably just the oil. It looks a bit weird. Again, I don't know if you can see, or probably not. Again, you know, I'm going to be picky, you know, label right way up. Got the label kinked off to the side. You know, I'm not a big fan of that. I like everything to be flush. The cut, I mean, I don't know who's cut these vinyls, you know, but there's bits of excess flash on the sides. Could have been better. It could have been better. Okay, so that is Old, New, Borrowed and Blue, which I guess explains why the vinyl is blue. Let's see if we can get this in. And yeah, there you go, we get to that point now where it doesn't want to go in properly. Yeah, that's irritating. Come on, yeah, get in. Well, at least that one drops all the way in. I might try. I'm going to be a bit picky again, but I might try this first one just to see if we can get that to sit in flush. I'm still a bit not overly happy about the way that sits. It might just be me. Ah, there you go. Right, that's in, that's in. Good, right. Okay. Wow, here we go. Here we go. Slade in Flame, eh? How funky is that? Wow, now you're talking. Wow, what a setup that is. On the back, very 70s indeed. That's proper retro stuff going on there. And there you go. There you go, look at that. That's kind of cool. That's brilliant. I like the looks of that. Got some good tracks on it. Them kind of monkeys can't swing. Don't know you know how much, well, there's excuse me, many Slade fans watching this, but them damn monkeys can't swing. If you've never heard it before, have a look on YouTube or something and have a listen. Here we go. Right, so this one, I thought it might be orange. However, it looks like it's a very, oh look, that's like a custard yellow. Look at that, eh? That's like a proper custard yellow. Again, see the label, you know, they don't match up. But that's like a real custard yellow, isn't it? Eh? Look at that. Wow. Like one of those blancmanges from actually back in the 70s. It's kind of that colour. Still, you know, it's cool. It's cool. We do like, I do like the coloured vinyl. I think what would have been nice if it had been proper picture discs of, say, like the front and the back cover, I think would have been pretty cool. Coloured vinyl, you know, it's nice. You know, it's better than having the traditional plain black vinyl. But I don't know. I think if you're gonna do something like this, then a full picture disc might have been really nice. Because if you'd have had that on the front and say that on the back, and again with the first one with the Slade Alive, I mean, you know, that would have made a really cool picture disc. I mean, imagine that spinning around on the turntable. That would have been nice. I actually really like. I think that's the best in a cover I've seen on an album for a long time. I like that. That's really cool. Okay, let's see what else we have in the box. So, obviously we've done the cards. I'm not going to open them up because I don't want to damage them. So we have, wow. So this will be. I wonder if you can actually play that on that one side. I'm almost tempted to try it, but that, as you can tell, is just an uncut. It's like plastic, but it's kind of cool. Now I remember my dad years ago having some coloured records, which were really flimsy, like that. A red one, a few others, and one of them was actually a Danish bacon advert, which was crazy. And that was like on a red vinyl, or like one of these, sort of like that. It was bonkers, and I'll never forget it because it was such a weird track. Okay, so we have the singles. Here we go, the 4 singles. So we have a Slade, the Banging Man. There you go, Banging Man on the back there, and there's your little record inside. Let's try not to damage any of these. It would have been nice if this would have been in some kind of a protective sleeve, because if you can actually play that, and it feels like it does, and I might even try it later on, it would be nice if it was protected, because if you can play it, just being exposed like that, you know, is going to damage it. I might see if I have a spare small inner sleeve that I can use. Okay, these are all in a nice sponge inner. I'll just show you that quickly. As you can see, it's nice and padded and sponged out. So obviously the CD's there in the book. Okay, so we have Squeeze Me Please Me and Merry Christmas, everybody. I've been looking forward to playing that one. And there's your record inside. Okay. Then we have, well, there you go. I think that's supposed to say "Take Me Back Home," but it's Slade after all. And "Come On, Feel the Noise." Eh? Who hasn't heard that? That's a belter. So there's again your record. "Come On, Feel the Noise." Eh? Crazy stuff. And then "Because I Love You." And "Look What You Done" on the back. And I mean, well, I mean, just look at those outfits, eh? Seriously. And that is almost Brian Johnson right there, or Noddy Holder. That's almost a bit of a Brian Johnson look. Okay, so then we have the double CD. There you go. So we have When Slade Rocked the World, 2 CD. There you go, 1971 to 75, the albums. Not a big CD fan, never was a big CD fan. This kind of ruined vinyl. And compared to records, they're kind of crap. I much prefer a vinyl record. But I suppose, you know, during the 80s and that, you had your Discmans. I don't know how many people remember Discmans. So you had the cassette Walkman, which was effectively for CDs. So you could take your CD music with you. I can't imagine anybody walking around with a record player and a set of headphones on, walking around town with them. Might be a bit daft. But there you go. So I suppose if you've got a CD player in your car, which funny enough, a lot of cars don't have anymore. Mine doesn't have anything. It just has a built-in hard drive. So that's kind of useless. But I know a friend of mine is after this, so I shall probably sort that out for him. Okay, so that's the CD. We'll put that there out of the way. Okay, so here we now have George Tramlett, Slade. This is the book. There you go. So it's the book for you. It's a nice little read. It says on the back here, Slade have had more hit records than any other group since the Beatles. Their following is enormous and dedicated. Their music is the sound of the 70s. It's good. The Slade story. There you go. And finally, in this big old box, we have, I'll just move that little sponge there, which is obviously to hold the CD in. We have When Slade Rocked the World 71 to 75. From the Black Country to New York, Slade star in their own film, We're All Crazy Now. There you go. Excellent. And there's the back there. Some cool images there, and a couple of shots, some live shots. Open it up, and there's the Slade inside. Excuse me. Still going over the nasty virus that's been going around recently. And there you go. I don't want to open it up too much because I don't really want to unfold the pages, as it were, but you know, we can have a quick flick through at some of the stuff that's in there. There's some poster images. What have we got there? There's some more poster images. I'd open it right out, but you know, when you do that, it does unstraighten the pages, and I like to keep this stuff as crisp as possible. Again, might sound a little bit anal, but what's the point of getting yourself a nice collector's set if you're then just going to ruin it? So I'll just a little flick through some of these without damaging it, so you can see what you get in there. There you go. So yeah, it's a cool box set. I mean, I have another box set similar, although it doesn't come with all the stuff. It's just 10 albums over a 10-year period. There was a disappointment with that one. As one album that I really wanted, unfortunately, wasn't in the box set. I kind of felt a little bit stitched up with that. That's a Status Quo box set. There's the odd Slade and Flame album cover there. And I really wanted Matchstick Men. That's probably my favourite Quo track. Pictures of Matchstick Men. And unfortunately that one album wasn't in there. However, there are dozens of tracks in this box set that I really like, and I'm certainly not disappointed with what I've received here. I would say the only downside at the moment is those nasty plain paper inner sleeves. I will have to purchase some properly poly-lined inner sleeves to replace them, because they obviously keep the record in much better condition. And when you've got something like that, that's what you want to do. You want to keep it in as best condition as possible. So yeah, that's the book. Let's just pop all this back in. Again, the paperback, the double CD, just like that. Slots in there. The 4 singles. They just slot in there. Oh, let's try and get that in properly. Oh, no. There you go. In a sponge lining could do with being a little more solid. Again, it's so disappointing that isn't protected in some kind of little sleeve. I'll definitely have to sort something out there. The poster cards, I mean, I would imagine they're supposed to be in here. I'm going to put them in here anyway, because I think there's enough room for them. And then, of course, there we go. The 4 coloured albums, which all sit on top, like so. There we go. And yeah, you can see, yeah, see those cards. That seems a bit of a weird one. The cards are part of the set, but they don't actually fit in the box, which is a bit strange. Leave them on the top there like that. Let's slot the lid back on, and there you have it. Slade. When Slade Rocked the World, 1971 to 1975. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.